Welcome back, hockey fans. Tonight's hockey game, we got the St. James Junior Canucks rolling into town, number 1 in the MMJHL, and the Twisters trying to catch up to them, not too far behind, sitting in 4th spot. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck, and Carroll's wins the draw, and the Twisters working to head forward to start it off here in the opening frame. In the battle forward against the boards, Twisters now with the puck. And that's off the stick and into the zone off of Guilford. And bouncing puck, Canucks control on the near side. Working with it now. And Ross, he'll pass that one all the way across and get it right back. And he'll try and skip that towards Younger. That's going to get picked off by Guilford, and he'll play that across to Collette. And Collette can't get past the blockade. And the Canucks regrouping now here, and that'll get iced all the way down and bring a stoppage. And we look at the teams coming into this one. The 22-1 Canucks lost 2 games in their last 5, including both 5-4 to the Jets and to the Hawks. Meanwhile, the Twisters just 1 loss in their last 5, and that was a 4-2 game at home against River East. Back to the point off the draw. Van Dynes, he'll play that across. Twisters can't hold the zone. And DeGray makes a nice diving play. Watching the line there as the Canucks as they'll put it in. As Griffin I had to hold his zone. Now on the near side, Derek Weed picks it up. And he'll make a nice pass across and work that ahead forward to Gertz. And it hits the linesman, and that's going to break up that play. Canucks. Long pass. Here comes a chance for William going the other way. Tyrone William crashing the net and taking out ends with it. He's the leading scorer in the MMJHL. As Weeb is 3rd in the MMJHL, and it's going to be a penalty as William got brought down. Kyle Van Dynes will go to the box for the 2 minutes. Canucks power play coming to this one 4th in the league, 18.4%. As now they'll work it across. Romanuk, he'll play that into the center and get it right back. Long stretch pass now here for William. William, he'll play it down low, hammering at it. And it laid there for a second, but the Twisters are able to push it into the corner. Tyrone William with the puck. He'll play that back to the point. Looking, now playing it across. And Romanuk will get it back to the point for Whiteley's shot. And save made by Ends. Rebound into the corner again. And Whiteley, he'll play that across. And Price trying to jam at it there. And that'll be off Hepner. Trying to get it out. Romanuk holds the zone. But his pass is a little bit off. Trying to get it there to Whiteley. And he'll regroup. Shots are 1-0 in favor of the Canucks. 2.5 into this one. And just under a minute remaining here on the Twisters penalty kill. Walking in, firing, and they score. And it's the Canucks firing and scoring first on the power play. Here's a quick look at that replay on that goal. And just walking in, beating Ends. Pretty easy goal there. For the points leader, Tyrone William getting it done on the power play. And it's an early 1-0 lead for the Canucks. Twisters, again, find themselves down early. Puck comes right into Ends, and he'll play that around the boards. And again, just played right back in by the Canucks as they try and work with it. Here's an opportunity as they try and set it up. Off a couple sticks now around behind the net. Back to the point. Shot through traffic. Save made on that one. And now trying to regroup. And it came right back. And we'll get you the assist on that Canucks goal in just a second. Twisters trying to work it around here. And that's going to come all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. And off the draw, Canucks win it back to the point. There's a shot, and that gets blocked. Canucks regrouping here in their own zone. Pass to Price won't go, and that's going to come all the way down, and it will be an icing charge against St. James. And that'll bring a stoppage in play at 14:34. Off the draw on the near side, Carrolls, he'll play that right back in. It comes right back out as William was right on him. Now Whiteley through traffic, working his way ahead forward. Centers trying to get to William, and that won't go. Back to the point. As the Canucks now here work it around and try and set something up with it, and Guilford's going to pick that up. Correction, it's Orchard. And Ryan Orchard, he gets taken down onto the puck, and he's just going to, they're going to kick it loose now here. Here's a chance for the Twisters, and that skips off a stick dangerously on net. And that gets pushed into the corner. A couple players went down, and a couple hands in the air from the benches. Ref's hands stay down, and they continue on playing. Cohen Thomas holds the zone and plays that one ahead forward. Now working that one here on the near side. Here's an opportunity for the Canucks, trying to go the other way off a couple sticks there. And now skirmish for the puck behind the net. Cohen Thomas, he finds the puck on his stick, and he'll work it up along the far side. He'll put that all the way in. Mark Black giving chase. He had a goal on Friday's game. And digging at it there. As Platt, he gets tied up there with Magnum and trying to get it out. Hard hit there by Wood, and Smith will collide with him after. Working it past one guy. Now here are the Canucks on the near side. Meanwhile, Canuck takes out the referee behind the play. And now there's going to be a penalty coming. And maybe some extra activity. And had Brady Whiteley on the assist. Canucks power play opportunity number 2 of the night. As Cohen Thomas goes to the box for 2 minutes. Now increase Tyrone Williams' gap in the leading scorer by 2 points over Hewing. As that comes now all the way, here's a chance for Weeb. Short-handed fire just wide the net. He's had a couple short-handed goals already this season. Almost had another, a little bit off the mark. On that one, Romanuk will pick up the loose puck. And it's going to be a cross-check was the call. As that comes all the way in, as Romanuk plays it all the way around. Van Dynes will loop it right back Romanuk's way. He can't hold the line, though. And that gets cleared all the way down the ice, and Whiteley will go to pick it up behind his net. Whiteley, he's got 1 point in this one. As the Canucks, power play opportunity number 2 early on in this one. 1 for 1 so far. Canucks working it here on the near side. Romanuk, he'll play that all the way across to William. William back to Whiteley, shot through traffic, deflected just wide. Rebound gets played in front. No one could get a stick on it. And here's a chance, short-handed, going the way. Bergman, he'll play that across the center. Carroll's trying to work it back to Bergman. Doesn't get through, and Carroll's falls down, and that's going to be a penalty coming to the 11 of Romanuk. So Ashton Romanuk, he'll go to the box for the 2 minutes for the trip, as Brady Whiteley will argue the call with the referee. So some 4-on-4 hockey here. Off the draw. Twisters control. 45 seconds remaining here on the 4-on-4. Mark Paulette with the puck on his stick. He'll play it down low behind the net. Now working back to Dick. Dick to Paulette. Paulette firing, and that's going to get kicked into the corner. Paulette giving chase. And tangled up there nearby the referee as Bergman pressures his men. And Dick will intercept that pass and just play that in for a second. 15 remaining here on 4-on-4 hockey. Canucks, they'll loop that all the way around. And Weeb jamming that ahead forward, and that's a bad turnover. Here's a chance going the other way for the Canucks. Walking in. Looking, they're going to turn back. And with that, it's a power play now for the Twisters for 1:08. And Twisters now here looping it back, trying to put something together here on this final minute of power play opportunity for Weeb and his team as he'll just walk right in through and around, put it back to Kalen Russell. And Russell fires out on net, goaltender makes a save, bounces into the corner. And Twisters taking a hard hit there in the corner, but Weeb's able to hold the zone. He'll play that across. Looking. Back in low. Back to Weeb. Up top. Weeb is shot through traffic. The puck lay there. Russell now with it. And he'll fire that up into the netting. Might have hit a couple sticks in front. That'll bring a stoppage. 12:03 on the clock. 30 seconds remaining on the Romanuk penalty. Shots are 4-2 in favor of Pembina Valley. It's the Junior Canucks leading the Twisters by a score of 1-0. Off the draw. And the Canucks win that one. Can't get it out as Russell holds the line, playing it across. Weeb. And that's across for DeGrave. Merrick DeGrave puts it in down low. There's a shot rebound. And the Twisters couldn't get a good whack at it. And the Canucks clear that all the way in on Ends. Ends now plays it behind the net. 5 seconds here on the man advantage. Last rush for the Twisters. And man's out of the box, even strength. Nothing going on the Twisters power play. And with that, that's going to be an icing charged against the Canucks as the man just stepped out of the box. And a quick look here at our starting goaltenders in this one. Off the draw, now one back to Carroll's. And through traffic away there, Twisters trying to jam at it. And that's held on for a whistle. As Connor Murphy makes the save. And he comes into this one. And in his 18 games played, he's a goals against average of 2.23, a save percentage of .910. Off the draw, played right back in by Kyle Van Dynes, and that gets looped around. Controlled and trying to work it around. There's the Canucks off a couple of sticks. And now the Canucks gain full control of it, and here they go. Here come the Canucks with speed into the zone to Smith. And Van Dynes outworks him and gets the puck out. And that's going to get picked off by Whiteley very easily. Twisters got to have a little bit more on that pass if they want to make that happen, breaking out of the zone there. As they're going to try it again, and that just gets flung right towards Ross. Here comes Ross walking in, firing in on Ends. And Ends will hold on for a whistle. Logan Ends coming into this one in 19 games. Here's a goals against average of 3.15 and a save percentage of .909. So goaltender stats very similar. Ends' record is 10-6-2. Meanwhile, for Murphy, he comes into this one at 7-1-2. Off the draw, working it around. And trying to set something up with it. Dick plays it into the zone. Twisters got tagged up with Sutherland. He can't play that one. Canucks working it around. And now they'll jam it ahead forward to William. He'll deflect that in. Pressure by Dick. And the scrum continues. Dick gets it out to Sutherland. And the Twisters will just clear that out for now. 10 minutes on the clock here in the opening frame. As Orchard lays a hit, then Sutherland will pick up the puck and try and jam back to Orchard. He'll play that across. Here for Alex Van Dynes, and he'll just play it in. Murphy will glove that and play that into the corner. Will that get picked up by Aiden Bruce, and he'll play that on to Claros, and Price will now get it on his stick. And here comes Price. Watch behind his net, and now he'll pass the puck out. Working ahead, William back now across, and Romanuk now going through traffic. Trying to jam it to Price. And now Price, Cale Price, he'll center that in front, no one there. Worked right back in, trying to get to the point, and Bruce can't get his stick on that. He'll have to give chase as Paulette's breathing down his throat. And played now by Bruce. He'll work that across, picked up there, and played ahead forward by Griffin I8. Picked up now going the other way. Here comes Colin Thomas. Thomas, he'll fire that in on net, and the goaltender will hold on for a whistle at 8:55. Shots are 8-3 in favor of Pembina Valley. It's St. James up by a score of 1-0. And the Canucks player getting kicked from the draw. Cole Younger will come in. Twisters win the draw. They play that across. And at the point, Carrolls will lightly play it in, and DeGrave can't handle that one. Weeb will pick it up here on the near side. And he'll work that one across. Van Dyne's trying to get a shot from the point, and that doesn't go for Kyle Van Dyne's. And here comes Griffin I8 the other way. Griffin I8 walking in, playing that across, and broken up by Jacob Carrolls. And Enns will hold on for a whistle. And there's a look at that replay on that rush set up by Griffin I8 on the 2-on-1 as he tries to get that across, and a good diving play to break that up. Off the draw, and it's going to lead to a skirmish right in there by the net line, and played all the way across, and Guilford steps into the zone with Carrolls with him, fires on net. Carrolls rebound, and he backhands out wide. Working it back to the point for Dick. Dick plays that right back in. Carrolls out of his reach. And Canucks trying to jam that ahead forward, and Hepner plays it in after taking a hit. Canucks, they'll work that just out of the zone back to Hepner, and Hepner will play it right back in. As Murphy blockers at it, and that gets played across and picked up here by his defense as they try and work that ahead forward. A little bit off their stick, and Dick now will circle back with the puck and play that to Carrolls. And he's going to turn that one over. As Osterman had it on his stick for a second and played right back in by Xander Carrolls. Working now along with it. Trying to set something up with it now. Here's the Twisters as they'll have it roll off their stick, and the Canucks try and going the other way now here. And the Canucks clear that into the zone with a broken stick. And that'll be the end of the rush there for Osterman as Ross will play it in to back up his team. And jamming at it. And the Twisters take a high hit, and the ref's hand goes up. Southern steps in, and hopefully he'll get... He stays still there. And Southern doesn't go in after for any retaliation, so just a penalty on the hit, and there's the hit. Caught him up high, and power play opportunity number 2 here for the Pembina Valley Twisters. I think that's the Josh DeGage is what I'm thinking is the man in the box. No number on the up there. I think it's a 10. Twisters power play coming into this. First in the league, 26.3%. Penalty kill is though first also for the junior Canucks, 86.3%. The Canucks are able to work it out of the zone as the Twisters control and off of Russell from the neutral ice into their own zone and back. Now back on their side of the neutral ice as Russell takes it in from Weeb. He gives it right back to Weeb and across. Working with this to Grave. Back to Weeb. Weeb across to Russell. Russell back to Weeb. Weeb looking. Derek Weeb. He'll play that across. Back to the point, and Weeb can't get that on his stick, and that puck's going to come all the way down the ice, and there's a Canuck giving chase as Cole Younger along after him. Now, here on the near side, here comes Riley Gertzen. He'll step in, and that'll get worked into a couple of feet there, and DeGrave will pick it up, try and get it for Weeb. Weeb will have to skate. He'll pick that one up as Russell plays that across for DeGrave. DeGrave circling. Playing it back now for Russell. A little bit off there, and Russell's shot is blocked off the skate of Osterman and into the netting. And a big block there from the 22 of Caden Osterman. Ryan Orchard comes in to take the draw. 6:02 on the clock. 54 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Twisters win the draw. Carroll's, he'll get that in front of the St. James Canucks bench. Looking to the middle of the ice, and will pass it back into the corner. Now back near the boards. Trying to go all the way across for Hepner. He didn't shoot, he waited. And Murphy got in place. A nice hit there laid by Osterman on Bergman. Twisters controlling with the puck though. Firing through traffic, save made on that shot there by Ryan Orchard, and Twisters with some opportunities. Can't pick up the rebound, but are now setting it up. Jacob Carroll stepping into that one, and that hit a Canuck up high, and they continue on jamming at it. 14 and counting on the man advantage. And Carroll's, he'll work that across for Brett Bergman, and his shot doesn't get through the traffic in front. He'll get the puck right back on his stick. 3 to go. Skips up, and nice play there by Carroll's to hold as we're back to even strength. Twisters jamming at it, and now here's a chance going the other way for St. James. It's Caden Osterman. Osterman walking in, firing off the side of the net. Under 5 to go in the opening frame. Back to the point. There's a shot through traffic by Brady Whiteley. Brady Whiteley misses the net on that one. Russell can't find it in his skates though, and Tyrone William will pick it up. Now pressured by the other two of Xander Carrolls, and he'll work that ahead forward. Twisters, they'll clear that all the way out. Kicked ahead forward is Guilford trying to play it on his stick, and Ashton Romanuk will play that long. He'll turn that right over though to Guilford, and Guilford will fire that in wide of the net. Xander Carrolls applying pressure. Working with it now is William. He'll find the puck on his stick, and he'll work that all the way across. Now on the far side, played in by the Canucks, Cale Price. He'll play that back to William. And that's going to bring a stoppage in play at 4:05 in the first period. 12-3 are the shots. And the Twisters haven't been able to solve Connor Murphy yet in this one. Face-off coming out of the zone here. Griffin Hyatt comes in to take against Bergman. Hyatt wins it and played right back in by the Canucks as Twisters get it out. Now here comes Paulette. He has 2 guys of traffic to work through, and he'll turn that over off a couple sticks. Carrolls picks it right back up though, and the Twisters captain plays it in around behind the net where the Canucks will pick it up and try and work out here from their own zone. Jamming it ahead forward on their near side, and Jacob Carrolls reads that pass and gets it out of there, and also sends the Canuck guy flying into the end, onto the ice as the Canucks control now here behind their net. Long stretch pass, a little bit off there, and that's going to be an icing. As again, stretch pass to Unger did not go from Whiteley. Merrick DeGrave, he's set in, ready for the draw, taking on Griffin Hyatt. And Twisters win this one. And Dick, he'll fan on that, playing that one badly. And here on the near side, Younger, he'll play that in. And working around with it's Armisen. And Amison now, he'll turn that over. And off a couple sticks, it comes right back in. And Ross with the puck on his stick. He'll work that across to Bruce. Bruce knocked off the puck, can't do much with it. And the Twisters trying to hold the zone in front of the Canucks bench. And they will as the Canucks work it around, though, and try and get it out, batted down by Hyatt, and it's offside as Arneson takes a whack at that puck. So 2:43 in this one, and it's the lone power play goal from the MJHL. Leading scorer is the only thing to show on the scoreboard. 2 power play opportunities for each team so far. Canucks good on their first. Shot right off the draw and holding on to that one. Another man who's been Mr. Perfect so far. And see if he'll stay that way through one as Murphy makes the save. Canucks win the draw again, and they'll play that across. Russell plays that in. And there's a hard collision into the boards. Twisters, though, holding the zone, firing. Puck bouncing up. Sutherland came back, and the goaltender holds on for a nice save. Here's a quick look at that collision off the draw. Also, Canucks missing an important piece there of their offense. There's the collision. As Roy Neal is out for the month of December. And a guy who's definitely has his name made in this league and the history of this league. Off the draw now here. Twisters get set. And the Canucks, they'll win the draw. Long stretch pass won't go. And they'll get frozen at the other end of the ice by Enns at 2:19. He had pressure on him from the Canucks. Flying down there was 11 of Romanuk. And Cale Price is set right to take the offensive zone draw. And the Twisters, though, they'll win it. They'll work it around, trying to get to Guilford. He'll jam it out of there. And the Canucks here on the near side get past Collette. Work that ahead now forward to Price. Price walking in, trying to go to the back end, and he'll lose that on the near side. Collette, he'll work his way through traffic. And he'll get taken down, trying to play that on and across. And through a couple of sticks. And there's a shot from Xander Carroll's on an opportunity. Puck lay there for a second. Collette couldn't get there, though, in time as Connor Murphy jumped out to freeze it. And the Twisters will go for a quick change here with the offensive zone face-off under 2 to go. As their lead line comes out, Dick. And that can hit a couple of lumbers, sticks, and comes right back now here to the point, working around through and down low. And Hepner's not going to shoot. He'll play that back to the point instead for Derek Weeb. He'll play that on to Hepner, now to Weeb. And Weeb tried to get into the slot. Got too close, couldn't get a shot away. Now Weeb with the puck in down low. On the play from Dick, and now that's played in across. Here comes DeGrave walking in, firing, and off the target there. Tried to be too fine with it. Weeb behind the net. He can't hold on to the puck, and now he'll get it on his stick as DeGrave comes in to help with the forecheck. Dick holds the zone, though, as that was just off of Gertson's stick. DeGrave now pressuring it. Twisters D going for a change. And that's going to be an icing as Carroll's hopped on to the ice. And we got just under 1 to go. There's 59.4 seconds remaining here in the opening frame. Shots this period, 15 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 4 for the Canucks. Off the draw, Twisters working in front, jamming at it. Canucks play that dangerously into the corner in front of the net and wide. As that gets worked in around behind the net. And now the Canucks, they'll play that across to the other side, working with it. Jamming at it. And now picked up and walking into the zone, played right back. There's Carroll's a shot, and that gets played into the corner. Working with it now. There's a shot in tight, and that won't go. 20 to go. Back to the point for Carroll's. Shot through traffic, bouncing off the knuckle there of a Canuck, and the Canucks get it out of the zone. Twisters, they'll play that head forward. Now here come the Canucks. Backhander trying to get one here with 0.5 on the clock, and there's going to be some extracurricular activity as Enns holds on for a whistle. And the second lowest teams for shots against with 29.3 a game is these Canucks. They've already given up 18. The only one right behind them is with 29.2 is the Railway Express, and that does that for the first period. Shots 18-5 Twisters. Twisters find themselves down by 1. And with that, we'll take a quick look at the scores around the league in this one and how these teams fare and how it affects them in the standings. And in tonight's earlier games, the final from Seven Oaks in overtime. The Raiders came back to get the win in that one over the Knights 4-3. Another MMJHL action, Transcona fell at home 5-3 to the Twins. The Reals, they beat the Hawks at home 5-2. And out in Stonewall, that's a 2-2 game midway in through the second. So the Reals, they'll jump ahead to second place past the Twins. They're still 11 points back of the Canucks, and the Canucks have a game in hand. And the Raiders and the Twisters flip for now. The Twisters do have 2 games, or after today's game, will have a game in hand on the Raiders. And that's all for the scoring around the MMJHL. And getting it done here in this one, Tyrone William finding the back of the net for his 46th point of the year with the help on it from Brady Whiteley and done on the power play, and that's the lone scoring in this one. We'll see you all for the second period. And as the teams get ready back here to take the ice, quick go over a summary of your first period. Both teams 2 power play opportunities, and the Canucks, they got done on their second shot of the game. Finding the back of the net is the Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League leading scorer, Tyrone William. He got his 21st goal of the regular season, getting him a total of 47 points, and the assist on that one from Brady Whiteley, and that has been the only scoring in this one so far. As the Canucks, they're out there ready to go. Here come the officials from the tunnel, and the Twisters will be on the ice here shortly. 18 saves in the first period for Connor Murphy. 8 for Logan Enns. Shots 18-9 in favor of the blue and white. As the Twisters skate out. And off the draw. Puck is going to be now controlled here by Griffin. Hey, he'll work that back as there is a big scrum for it there. And now working with it here on the near side. And across. Hey, now he'll play that all the way in and along and across. Ends behind the net. Ends can't handle it. And it's picked up here and worked around a little bit by the Canucks. Off a Twister sticking out though. As Whiteley plays that across and working now here with the Dick just off the reach of his stick. Max Klett picks it up as he takes a hard hit and goes down. Working around Canucks. They've come out flying here in this second period. Whiteley has shot through traffic and he hit Griffin I-8. And now working here on the near side. Guilford, he'll take a knee and work that ahead forward. Can't get it out. And I giving pressure here against Dick. Working in now, Guilford with the puck on his stick, and Whiteley will send that right back in on net, and Enns will play that to the side. It's been all Canucks here to start this one. Working on the near side, going through traffic is Hepner, and finally the Twisters trying to set something up here in the attack zone. As they'll center that in, firing! And a save made there, good opportunity there from Weeb, and he comes into this one third in the scoring race. Goaltender holds on to all of that. Off the draw, controlled. And the goaltender will hold on to a quick face-off. Jack Weeb comes into this one 38 points, putting him 9 points behind Tyrone William in the scoring chase. And as we mentioned, Ryland Hewing just 1 point behind. And those top two guys, they both scored tonight. Here's an opportunity for Price working his way through traffic and see if the Twisters Weeb can find the back of the net as well, and that's going to come out of the zone. As Cale Price still enjoying a nice conversation there with Merrick DeGrave as they face off each other in the draw. And now the dot that's went across by DeGrave, trying to get it to him, and now DeGrave will pick it up from Gertson. Didn't quite get to him, and that will get worked around to Weeb. Weeb, he'll walk in as Gertson walks into the zone on the far side from him, and that's a little bit off his stick. Cale Price working that across. And Weeb gets tied up there. His stick and the puck ends up on a Twister stick, working around, trying to put it in front, whacking at it, and they couldn't get a shot away. Now they do, and that got blocked. Didn't quite get through. As the Twisters glove that ahead forward, that's off the stick of Rumnock, breaking that up and letting up there is Paulette on the hit on Price. William across and firing. The Canucks thought they scored, and we'll take a quick look at the replay and see As William and Ashton Romanuk for sure thought they found the back of the net as Twister's trying and going the other way. And here's another rush here for Romanuk as he'll work that across for William and that won't go. A little bit ahead for him. Working with it now, back to Aiden Bruce at the point. He'll pass that on across. And that hit a skate, off of the skate actually, of Tyrone William, who was down in behind ends. I'm pretty sure it hit his stick. It hit his or Russell's, as him and Russell now are tied up in front, and that shot just wide. Hammering it now into the slot where there's only a Twister there, and Russell will go the other way. It's correction, Cohen Thomas. And he'll work that in around, trying to get to Paulette. And that's sent the other way by a Canuck. And here come the Canucks going the other way. They'll clear that one in. Wood giving chase. Ends goes out to play it instead. Twisters here, if they can go, they got 3-on-2. Bergman, he'll step in. He'll fire that in on net. That got stick behind. Twisters jamming at it. Nothing going with it. Back to the point. Firing through traffic and a glove save. So the Twisters got lucky. A save off of either Russell or Tyrone William in front. And this is what all the Canucks are going to be talking about here. They thought they had a goal here, and it's going to be tough to see. You really got to slow that down. You can't see much on it. But, yeah, that did not get in. As Alex Van Duyn's having a little bit of chat here, I think the Canucks wanted to make sure the ref was sure about that. There's no video review. I don't know how they could change that call as Osterman plays that ahead forward. And Dick, he'll lay a hit. Canucks continuing with the puck though in behind the net. And they get tangled up there trying to hold it at the line. Again, pushing it right back in. Ryan Orchard, long stretch pass, and it's off the stick of the other number 10. And played ahead forward. DeGagen plays it in. Working with it now. The shot through traffic, they score. And the Canucks up their lead to 2. Ross finds the back of the net. And here's a look at the replay. Looks like DeGagen will get the assist on it. And it could have been tipped in front by Osterman, maybe not. Off the draw. And we'll wait. It looks like, yes, it will stand as Ross's goal. Working on the near side. Carroll's plays that ahead forward. So Jarrett Ross, he's on the score sheet in this one. As Griffin Hyatt will play it ahead forward, dodging a hit. And that gets cleared in and held on. There's an interference now coming up here. See if we can see the interference coming up there. It's behind the play, and you're not going to see it. And the interference call is going to be on Kyle Van Duyn's. So he'll go to the box for the 2 minutes. Power play opportunity number 3. Operating at 50% now here. So add Cale Price with the assist as he'll work it back to William here on their power play opportunity. 50% in the game so far. Back to Whiteley. He'll play that cross, firing just wide of the net. Back to William, playing it in front. That's a turnover, and the Twisters will just clear that all the way down the ice. Cale Price with the puck here on the near side. He'll work that ahead forward. 14.5 left on the clock. Saucing that across there, doesn't quite make it to Whiteley, and he'll have to regroup, pressured by Carrolls. Brady Whiteley, he'll play that in and behind the net for Price. Price to Whiteley. And Whiteley gets it right back on his stick, firing through traffic, batted at it, and they score. Knocked in front. Whiteley gets his second assist, and the tip goes to Griffin I8. So Griffin I8 gets the goal, and Brady Whiteley gets his second assist. And Ents couldn't do much on that. Traffic in front. There's the shot, and a great deflection knocked right down in front by Griffin I8. And it is a 3-0 lead for the Canucks. Just waiting for the penalty to clear off the board. And now they're ready to go. As Wood plays that long across, they do say 3 goals is the worst lead in hockey. And we'll see if that'll stand true as the Twisters jamming at it right away. Couple of quick shots off the start here. 13:30 on the clock. Canucks on the near side. They'll turn that over, and Bergman just couldn't scoop it up. And the Canucks work their way right back in along through the linesmen. Working through the traffic, they'll bring that around and get picked up here by the Twisters. They'll get turned over. And working now with it here is the Twisters, as they'll try and clear that one out. Off a couple sticks, and Cohen Thomas now, he'll jam that in. Now working with it along here on the near side. Played right back in, and here's a chance going the other way. He has to go, and Gertson can't work it back to Weeb. And Canucks going the other way, jamming at it in front. Nothing going for them there. Working it on the near side. And that shot just wide of the net. Rolling puck comes out of the zone. Played off a couple connects, and Grindle will play that in. Twisters in their own zone, 12 on the clock as Gertson tries to work that ahead forward. And that gets played across. Working now with it along as the Canucks. Played across, and now they skate over the center ice and played right back in. Twisters a little bit off the mark. They're trying to get Gertson, so he'll just have to play it back. Smith pressuring. And Gertson walking in, firing! Traffic in front, doesn't get through. And Canucks trying to, they'll send that all the way down. Icing nullified on the deflection. Picked up here and worked around by the Canucks, and Ross will play that across to Whiteley. And Whiteley will clear that in wide of the net. Rebound comes right out there. Osterman's first man back, played back to the point here for Ross. And Ross firing through traffic wide of the net. Off a high stick, that's nulligated. And kicked into the corner by Ends. And now a scrum on the near side boards for the puck, working with it. And Van Dynes, he'll work that round behind the net. Orchard will scoop that up and try and clear it out. Bouncing puck doesn't get out. And now they do. Here's a chance going the other way for Sutherland, as there's a little bit of a fight going on, a little bit of a scrum. Thought they were going to start going at each other, but they let off pretty easily as that puck comes right back off a couple sticks of the Twisters, and Whiteley will pick it up in his own zone at the 10:30 mark. And Price will deflect that in. Canucks go for a change. Orchard has to go. Price, he'll center that in front. Picked off by the Twisters. Twisters trying to go the other way is Mike Hepner. Walking in. Pressure by Aiden Bruce. Centering. Bouncing puck. Doesn't get through. Wide of the net. As Xander Carroll's applying some pressure here for the Twisters. Long stretch pass picked up by William. Here comes William. And he gets tangled up with Russell. They continue on. Hard hit there on Price in the corner. As the Canucks control in the attack zone. There's Bruce, his shot. That gets blocked. Doesn't get through, and Price is hurting. Played along and across, trying to get to Aiden Bruce. And played right now here. Jacob Carroll, he'll play that on cross. And broken up by Price. Here comes Price. He'll play that up to Romanuk. Romanuk walks in. Almost looked like he was a hair offside. Ends got all of that. Canucks, they play it right back across now here. Osterman along now here on the corner side. Deflected in off of Price. Working to Bergman. Bergman walking in. Going to the backhand wide of the net. And again, pressure back going the other way is Romanuk, and that puck flicks up, controlled here by the Canucks as the Canucks walk in. And Whiteley, his shot is wide of the net. Picked up by Hepner. And he takes a hit from Price. That puck comes all the way down. Picked up now and circled around. And Brothasol, he'll play that across to High 8. High 8 now working that one up. Ice and doesn't get there too far as Twisters break that up, and Canucks, they'll tie down the bouncing puck as Whiteley will play that into the zone. And it's not going to be a nice thing. It's going to be held on for Enns as Enns did not hold on to it. Canuck knocked his glove off the puck. That'll bring a whistle though, as it was a rather quick whistle. Bring a stoppage and play at 8:08. It's 3-0. The Canucks on top of the Twisters. Shots 26 for the Twisters, 15 for the Canucks. Off the draw, controlled and working it out is the Twisters as they'll get it out of there. Ross playing that right back in off a couple skates. The Twisters. Twisters trying to go the other way and worked in deep and in behind the net. Here go the Twisters in front, and their shot is over the net, and that'll bring a stoppage in play at 7:48. There's a quick whistle, stay in the zone. And add Ashton Rumnock, you give him assist on the latest Canucks goal. Off the draw, working it in and around. And trying to bat that ahead for his Griffin. He was offside though. And they have to tag up. And long stretch pass for the Twisters. That hits a stick and comes into the zone. Ross going in. He'll play out long. Takes a hard hit from Gertson. Back to Wood. Wood firing, deflected, the Twisters score.
We need that one.
And the Twisters are back in this game. Finding the board, it's Riley Gertson laying a nice hit and finding the back of the net. Give the assist to Wood on that one. And the Twisters are on the board. Here's a quick look at the replay. There's the hit. Nice play. He stays in front of the net. It comes back to the point for Wood. And he skates again right back into the slot and gets the deflection. Working it in along and across. Here come the Twisters. That gets played in. Finally able, here to Solomon score again. And the Twisters, two quick ones, as I was about to say, finally able to solve Connor Murphy, and they definitely did. It's Ryan Orchard on the board. And the Twisters are down by 1. And there's a quick look at the replay of the Twisters' latest goal, as they got two quick ones. Off the draw, Twisters controlling it now here in their own zone. Trying to work it ahead. And Orchard walking in, firing. Rebound later, they had a chance to tie it. And here's the Canucks though going the other way across in. And doesn't get through. There's a quick shot save made by Ends, and he'll cover up. Some dangerous opportunities here by the Canucks. There's another quick shot in tight, and they had a couple there. As Ends is able to pounce on the rebound. Off the draw now here. Working around. Twister's working it in. So add Sutherland on the assist as that gets put into the corner. And also add Merrick DeGrave on the assist on the first goal. Twister's now here, working still in the attack zone as they fend off the Canucks player on bouncing off the stick of Thornton. And he'll find it back on his stick, knocked off the puck though. And he'll sit Mike Hepner down. And they want an interference call on that play. Working it back here, the Twisters. And that gets deflected into the zone. Canucks tagging up. Here on the near side, and they'll brush their man off the puck as DeGrave. DeGrave gets a little bit tangled up. High-8 working with it. And he'll play it in behind Russell, now working it to Gertzen, and that gets turned over by High-8, and he tries to go up, and Ans gets the shoulder on it, just what he needed. As Russell now behind his net, he'll play that on, and Weeb's got to go to make that pass completed. And that gets shot into the corner by the Canucks, under 5 to go here in the middle frame. DeGrave, he'll play that in along to Weeb, and that gets knocked off of his stick. Weeb takes a hard hit. They continue on now here, and that's just wide of the net. Played ahead forward by the Canucks. And now the Canucks here in the attack zone, working around Younger. He'll play that on, slap shot on the one-timer wide of the net. And Wood lays a nice hit there, breaking up the scoring opportunity there. And that pass, though, was way off. And that gets picked up by the Canucks, and they'll work that back. Twister's got to be a little bit more crisp, and a man hit the ice. There's a penalty. And this is what the Twisters thought should be a penalty. As there goes Hepner. Hard to say if he touched the puck there or not. Power play opportunity, number 3 of the night. Number 4, correction, for St. James. And correction. Power play opportunity number 4 of the night. Like I said, for the Canucks. And the Canucks, their power play has been doing it for them in this one, operating at 66%. And another penalty in this one, and it's going to be 4-4 hockey. It's a hook coming up. See if you can see it right there. Referee's hand went up there. You can't see the referee. So this is the back official putting his hand up. 4-4 hockey. So with Russell in the box, he'll have a man on the opposite side of this timekeeper in the box, and that is Ashton Rumnock. Charged with the hook. A minute 47 of 4-4 hockey begins. Now, off the draw, Raiders, or correction, Canucks win it, and they'll work it out of the defensive zone. Circling along back. And played on from Simasala to Willian, and Willian now. Here comes Willian. Tyrone Willian through traffic. Puck skipped over his stick. Ball to Price. Going backhand. Ends made the initial save. Price took a hack at it, got it loose, and Carroll gets in between him and his goaltender, and that brings a stoppage of play. Mark DeGrave, the 19 here for the Twisters, comes in to take the draw, and it's won and controlled by Price and his team as trying to work it ahead forward as Weeb got tangled up. Hepner goes to play it. 3 minutes on the clock. Hepner falls down to Grave, can't get much on it, and William forks that away from him, trying to get to Dick, and now William, he'll play it in front for Price. Price jamming at it, ends down, they're hacking at it, and ends holds on, and it looks like Price took an extra little whack, and he's gone. And Price has a couple of words to say about that. Here's the replay. He was loose and he's down, and he's going to take an extra hack right there after the whistle, and ends sticked him right back in return. And the referee is not having any of it, and the Canucks bench is not going to be happy about that. As you can see, there's going to be a unsportsmanlike call coming along with that. And the Canucks bench getting the explanation of it. And it looks like they're going to call for a twister to join. I think it's offsetting. As Enns flings the puck down the other way. I don't think Murphy was expecting it. And now they're going to play a little bit of pass. Somewhat of a pass. It's always great to see the goaltenders entertain themselves in between. And no, there is just one penalty, so it'll be an extra to Price. Power play opportunity number 3 of the night for the Twisters. We got 5-on-3 hockey. And maybe not. They took the penalty off. We're back to 4-on-4. It's 4-on-4 hockey, correction. So, all coincidentals. As Weeb walks right in and fires, rebound was there for the Grave. If his stick was on the ice, he might have just tipped that in. He has the puck though on his stick, and he'll put it back to Carroll's. Working with it through traffic, and Canucks get it out of there. Jacob Carroll's with the puck on his stick. He'll work that along on the near side to her Weeb. As the Twisters trying to go through the center of the ice there, and that won't go for them. And now Mark DeGrave with the puck. He makes one man miss and tries to get it to Carroll's. That doesn't quite go. Deflected just wide of the net. 5 seconds remaining here to the Twisters power play starts, which will only be for 10 seconds. Correction, 12. And Younger can't get it. Here comes DeGrave. DeGrave, he'll circle back. Walking in, firing, they score, and a power play goal. And getting it done is Mike Hepner on the power play. Twisters, their first power play goal of the night. And we're all knotted up back here at 3s, and here's a quick look at the replay. DeGrave comes in, he'll circle back, plays this for Hepner. Hepner walks in and fires it right up top with 1 second remaining on the power play. So 1:45 on the clock. We got 3-3 hockey game. And there's a quick shot by Hepner. He scores! His second of the game. And what did we say about 3 goals not being your friend in hockey? And Hepner just made that true. Correction. It's Xander Carroll's. I thought that was a 3 there on the goal. And here's a quick look at the replay. Here's the scrum for the puck in the corner. Right back, Carroll's with the slap shot. And that beats the goaltender, Murphy. So Twisters, again, 2 tight goals. And both their series of goals coming within 20 seconds of each other. We'll get the official time on that one. The first one was 19 seconds apart. And Canucks trying to go the other way, now picked up here. And Bergman plays that in. 1:08 and counting on the clock. And Bergman, he hits the ice here. Twisters applying some great pressure here in the attack zone. And 1 minute remaining here in the period. Shot just wide of the net. Canucks now working at it. Here's a rush for them, and Wood will play that right back in. Ross, he'll circle that one back. And the Canucks, they'll step in. 35 seconds on the clock, and getting enough of that one there. Nice play there. Now in tight. Doesn't go. Back to the point for the Canucks. Canucks shot through traffic wide of the net. 20 on the clock. Twisters working it up, trying to get to Weeb. Here comes Weeb. One quick push for Weeb, and that doesn't go. And here comes Romanuk. And he'll get pressured into the corner, trying to go short side. And the goaltender holds on for a whistle as Ends will hold on to that. The horn goes. It's the Twisters leading the Canucks by a score of 4-3 in a very exciting second period as the Twisters bounce back from being down by 1 after 1. And total shots this period through 40, 34 for the Twisters. That gives them a period total of 16. Meanwhile, for the Canucks, they're at 21. So they had 12 shots that period. And a quick go over here of your scoring. Your scoring summary here in the second period started off with Jarrett Ross finding the back of the net, his 4th of the year with the help of the captain, Cale Price, for the Canucks, 4:33 into this thing. And then Griffin Ayek got a power play goal about 1:30 after that with the assist from Brady Whiteley, his 2nd of the game, and Ashton Romanuk. Riley Gertzen got the Twisters on the board with the assist from Brock Wood and Merrick DeGrave at 12:40. 19 seconds later, Ryan Orchard, he found the back of the net from Slade Sutherland. And then with 1:45, Mike Hepner found the back of the net from Merrick DeGrave on a power play goal. And Xander Carrolls found the back of the net at 18:30 with the assist from Mike Hepner. And that is your total after 40. And we'll see you all for the final period. It'll be an exciting one in this one as it's been a great battle going back and forth by both teams. And welcome back here. I'm your host, Bentley Brand, and we're ready to start off the third period in this one. It was a goal fest for the Twisters after finding themselves down 3-0, and they got right back into this one, took the lead. They got 4 unanswered. And we'll see how the Canucks respond if they come out flying like they tend to at the start of the periods. And that's one of their keys to success, is jumping on these Twisters teams, especially right at the start, when they can be caught sleeping. And there's opportunity, bouncing puck just over and hacking at it there in front of ends. And now Weeb works ahead forward as, like I said, this first 5 minutes for the Twisters is going to be big. Got to show that they can come out here and step on the gas and continue to put pressure along in front at both ends of the ice. As William, he'll try and flick that around, gets it out of there, sent right back in by Dick. Twisters go for a change, and they sure came ready for this third period with a hard hit there by Xander Carrolls on William down low. Here on the near side boards. And that gets played into the zone. Guilford picks that off, and here come the Twisters. Guilford walks in, fires, and the goaltender holds on for a whistle. And we can see if we'll catch that William hit. It might be just off reach here of the camera. It's going to be right down there. Oh, there we go. Got majority of it as both twos colliding there against the near side boards as William was stepping over center ice. Off the draw. Here come the Canucks, and they'll work that in on the net. And jamming at the rebound ends, holds on for a whistle. As Canucks haven't got too much in front of the net and got shots through. Shot total is 23 for them. It's 2 in this third period as they're averaging 40 shots for. Twisters, they're at 36 shots right now, and that is right at their average, just over of 35 shots per game. Twisters trying to get it out, working it ahead, and that comes across, and Carrolls, he'll work that one ahead to Van Dynes. Here comes Van Dynes. He's got to brush off his man to get the puck, and he does. Jamming it loose in front. There's a great opportunity for the Twisters. Tangled in a couple of skates. And the Twisters shot, pad save. Kicking that one out. There's Murphy. And a great play by Southern diving to apply some pressure here on the forecheck. And long stretch pass to Younger. That gets played into Aid, and that's turned over. Here come the Twisters. Van Dynes. He'll get a nice pass from Orchard. Puts it back to Twisters score. And they build on to their lead. And as I said, this opening 5 minutes, we wanted to see who could catch a team and really start to turn the tide of this game. And the Twisters, they get the insurance goal. And here's a quick look at the replay here. Nice break up there by Van Dynes, and Van Dynes to Orchard, and Orchard gets the last tip. And here come the Canucks. They find themselves down by 2 here against this Twisters team, and they got a long way to work back into this one. Working along with it, trying to get it back. And now here come the Twisters. Twisters regrouping, playing that into Hepner, and he won't get it on his stick. Batted off a couple of sticks. DeGagian now with the puck. He'll play that along cross. And that gets picked off. And correction there on the goal. It's Brett Bergman with the assist. DeGagian walking in, and Ends holds on for a save. They had Van Dynes. Ryan Orchard on the assist, as well as the 21 of Alex Van Dynes. His first points of the night. Orchard second. And the goal, Brett Bergman. His first points of the night. Ready on the draw here. Just over 3 minutes in to the third. And here comes Weeb through traffic. And he'll work that ahead forward. He has yet to found the score sheet in this one, as I said, the top 2 leading scorers have in tonight's games, and so he tries to stay with them in the scoring race. Van Dynes back along and across. Played off the stick and couldn't quite get it to Gertson. Grindle now playing it back to Ross, and that's going to get picked off by the Twisters, firing just over the net, batting at it. And the goaltender holds on, and Grindle and Weeb take a couple shots at each other. Stoppage at 16-16. Shots this period 5 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 3 for the St. James Canucks. Canucks have given up 5 in a row. And that has been the story of this game. Off the draw. Canucks circling around back, and it's picked off by the Twisters. As their third line out here coming to play. Working ahead forward, Osterman trying to get through traffic. He's regrouping and plays it along in. Dick, he'll work that out of the zone. Bartholomew, he'll play that all the way across, gets to William. And ends will work it to Max Collette and played right back in by Tyrone William. Good pressure there from the Canucks and Romanuk and his team, and it's sent right back in though. And Twister hit the ice. There's Guilford. Slow to get up, going this way here is Price. He'll play that along and across, and that shot doesn't get through. Trying to go the other way is the Twisters. Price just off his reach. And Russell working it with it here on the near side off the stick of Orchard, and that goes all the way in. Van Dyne's good pressure there. He's got assist in tonight's game along with Sutherland. Sutherland now works to Orchard. Orchard, he's got goal and assist, and he ringed that one off the crossbar. Rebound again off the crossbar. 2 crossbars in a row for the Twisters. Back to the point. Russell is shot just a little bit off the mark and gets stuck behind the net. Orchard now with the puck on his stick. He'll put to Van Dyne's behind the net. He can't hold on to it. And Wood will play that in on net. Get it right back. Van Dyne's in front. Couldn't get a good whack at it. And Romanuk, he'll circle around and try and calm it down for his team as Cole Younger steps in with the puck, plays it into the zone. Ends goes out, ringing that around the boards. And Griffin he'll try and play that ahead forward. Twisters there, jam the boards and can't get it out. Canucks hold the zone, and the flash of the leather denying them from ends. That brings a stoppage at 14:06. Here's a quick look at those Twister scoring opportunities. And there's Orchard hitting the iron. And there's Van Duns. They'll work that in down low, and Russell plays that along. Off the draw. Quick shot there from Russell. That gets looped all the way around, and no icing. Good hustle by the Twisters as Gertson was all the way down there. Weeb with him, trying to assist us. Now that's jammed ahead forward by Carroll's off the stick of Gertson and onto the blade of Ross, and he'll work that along to his partner and into the zone. And a bad turnover there. Cole Younger will pick it right back up. Hit his own teammate in the skate. Deflected in front. Didn't get through. And that comes all the way down. Weebs has to go. Icing nullified as Weeb pressures Bradley Whiteley with it. Bray Whiteley. That gets played along up ice and picked off by Ross trying to get to Weeb. Doesn't get past the line. Weeb, he'll play his man off into the boards. Borthersidle, he'll play that ahead forward. And Younger can't do anything with it. He runs into a couple of Twisters. Now working with it and stepping into that one. The Canucks will just ring that all the way around the boards back to the other side. And here on the near side, they'll play that in as DeGage, and they got to tie up. Off the stick of Mark Paulette and all the way into the zone. 12:40 mark in this one. And the Twisters, they'll play that one in and behind the net here on the inside. On the near side, Twisters trying to do something with it, nothing going for them. And again, trying to work it up to Gajan. He'll leave that back for Osterman, and he'll work that along behind the net, picked up by Cohen Thomas. And Thomas plays that to Bergman. Bergman has to work around a couple sticks and gets that nicely on the stick. There's a shot from Max Collette, held on for a face-off. And here's a look at the replay. dodging the hook, looking around, trying to find the opening man, finds the pass, but the answer by Connor Murphy, trying to keep his team in this one. Shots are 41-27 in favor of the Twisters. They lead 5-3. We're right flat at 12-minute mark here in the third period. Russell gets it right off the draw, fires through traffic, and Murphy holds on for a whistle in return. And they'll get set up. Twisters trying to try that again and get that puck over a couple inches, as they will. Russell working it back in a long cross. And it comes right back to Russell. He couldn't get a stick on the ice. He could have just tapped that in if his blade was sitting on the ice. Back to the point. To Russell. Russell. And he'll just whack that in instead as the Twisters go for a partial change. And Twisters changing up the defense here as Van Dyne steps on, and Russell will also go off for Jacob Carrolls. Meanwhile, Grindle walks into the opposing zone, trying to get something going here for the Canucks, down by 2. As he continues to circle before backhanding it in on net, and that didn't get through the blades of lumber in front. And Twisters, they weirdly play that off a couple of sticks and gets all the way down the ice, bounces in. They got go. Icing nullified. Van Dynes plays that in front. Sutherland wasn't there. As Price was one step ahead of him. Here comes Price flying up the far side by the Twisters bench in front. And there's a penalty coming here on a high stick to the Twisters. And Ed stayed strong, and it was maybe right along there's a high stick. You can't see the ref's hand go up. He's a little bit out of frame, as it was the head referee making the call. Shots are now 42-28. So you can add 1 for both those teams. 10:45 mark remaining, and Van Dynes for 2 minutes on the hook. Power play for the Canucks. And the Canucks power play 50%, 2 of 4. William, he'll play that back. And that gets cleared right back by the Twisters. Looking at it here on the near side. Doesn't really go for DeGrave there, and Price comes in to apply pressure. Jamming at it. Here comes William going the other way. Working with it. And they're just going to continue on waiting. Whiteley, his shot through traffic, rebound away there. Carrolls can't get it out. And William holds the zone. And William, he invades the hook and works it around. And Twisters trying to get their stick on the puck. As William Price, he wanted to call, and he's arguing with the ref as the Twisters who try and walk in short-handed. Weeb, and just missing the net. There was a ripper of a shot. He had way too much power on that. Was Carrolls, as he takes a hard hip check, and that's a penalty. And they are not going to be happy about that, the Canucks, as it's a trip out of all things. And wasn't the correct call, but the Twisters will take it nevertheless. And I didn't really see what Price was arguing about. You can't see it earlier on if we had the replay, because it would have been below the camera on the zoomed in replay. But Price is still letting Hepner know that he wanted a call when he hit the ice down here and was trying to corral and pinch the puck against the boards. And he was trying to pinch against the boards. Meanwhile, it was Weeb going the other way. And now they work it along and across and into the zone. And that there are penalties for Troy Brotherslide on for the 2 for trip, and it's not on Price. And Younger, he'll make one twister, he'll turn Mark play inside out, but Nice play there by Van Dynes, reading the pass, breaking it up. 4 seconds remaining here on the 4-on-4. Back to the point. And it's a power play now for the Twisters for a minute 15. And they played that back into Willian as he was down. And, oh, they're going to continue on. My bad, I thought the whistle went as they continue on. Twisters walk into the zone. Firing and save made on that one. They'll hold on for a whistle at 8:21. 54 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity for the Twisters. Off the draw, Twisters working it around, and they can't hold on to that puck. And long stretch pass, short head, Osterman just couldn't get the puck on his stick, and he'll get picked up by the 22 in white instead. And Kalen Russell will go the other way, giving a head charge. A little miscommunication, so he'll drop it for Jacob Carroll's not expecting it. Weeb works that along to DeGrave, back down low. Twisters a little bit off there on their passing. And that gets picked off there by Kalen Russell. He'll work it back to Weeb. And not enough on that to get a good shot off. Working it back to Russell. Twisters continue to work it around. 10 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Back to Russell. Russell fires that, hits a stick, batting at it, and just wide of the net. And we're back to even strength. Nothing going there on the power play opportunity for the Twisters. And a quick shot save made as Murphy reached all the way over for it at 7:22. So Twisters, 1 of 4 on the power play so far if you're not scoring on that one. Meanwhile for the Canucks, they're 4 of 2. 2 of 4, correction. Jamming that ahead forward and trying to set something up with it. Now here is Guilford in the corner working with it. Continuing to fight for the puck. There's Dick. His shot through traffic doesn't quite make it. Off the draw, Twisters hold the zone. Worked around by the Canucks and along behind the net, now in front. And here come the Canucks. Dodging a hip check is Young. Younger now, correction. Worked along and it's Romanuk. He'll play it back to Ross. Ross can't hold the zone. And Ross has to regroup here. And working his way through traffic is Romanuk, and that shot off the end boards. Price plays it to Ross. Ross is shot off the mark. Willian, he gets cross-checked, and they're going to continue on. Letting them play here in the finals as we reach the final 6. Price, his shot through traffic, deflected off a Twister stick and into the netting. A nice block there by Ryan Orchard. Off the draw. Now looking for it. Bruce plays that in along. And now here's a chance for Gertzen. Here comes Gertzen walking in. Back now here for Weeb, and Weeb going through traffic, nothing going. Weeb now he has to circle back and try and set something up again. And the Twisters just played into the zone. Gertzen, he'll whack that one in. Canucks in their own zone trying to do something with it. Weeb getting pinned against the boards. Younger gets it free for Whiteley, and Whiteley plays that up. trying to get it there to Arneson. He'll just play it right back off the stick there of a Twister. Glove down, and they're going to, again, play on. Referee missed that one, but the Twisters will take it as Gertzen walks in, firing, save made, rebound loose, Gertzen scores. And the Twisters have expanded their lead, doubling up the Canucks 6-3. It's Riley Gertzen finding the board from Brett Bergman. And here's a quick look at the replay of the Twisters' goal. There they get it out, played right back in. And Gertzen works it in front, save made, rebound. He'll pick it up and do it himself. Riley Gertzen, his second goal of the game. Twisters trying to get it out. And here's the all-fast Osterman, Caden Osterman, and his shot there just a little bit off by a couple inches. Twisters kick that ahead forward. Osterman tries to get a shot away. Doesn't get through the traffic, though, built up in front. Under 5 to go. Back to the point for Ross. And Ross's shot hit his own man up high, it looked like. And the net came off. And there's a little bit extra activity. The 10 there of Josh DeGran going at it. So I had Jonathan Dick on the assist, as well as Kyle Van Dynes. Both those men get their first points of the night. 4:09 on the clock. And there's a quick shot, and that got blocked. It looked like off of Price. Blocking his own teammate's shot. That comes all the way down. Whiteley giving chase. Behind his own net, under 4 to go. And the Canucks send that all the way down. Carrolls has to go for the icing. It's going to be nullified thanks to Romanuk. He had a good rush on that and got right back from Price in front. Romanuk batting at it in front. Couldn't quite get his stick on it. Just in front of Enz's glove as William picks it up. And Carrolls drives him into the end boards. Again, as the twos collide, also the 18s battle it out. And the Canucks now, with their swift shot on net, rebound lays there in front. And the Canucks try and work that to Whiteley at the point, and the Twisters got to go. They got 2-on-2. Going the other way, Whiteley makes a nice diving play, breaking it up. And now Romanuk trying to go the other way. Romanuk, he'll leave that back, trying to get to Griffin I-8, and that's picked up. And working that one ahead forward by Merrick DeGrave and the Twisters. Twisters now controlling in the defensive zone. As here comes Gertzen. Gertzen, he'll step over the line, play across to Wee. Back to Gertzen. And now Gertzen trying to get to DeGrave. That gets picked off. And now the Canucks looking the other way. Samaja with the puck as he'll go through traffic. And now that'll be the end of that. They're offside at 2:26. Timeout possibly coming from the Canucks. Going to continue on as the Canucks look forward. Off the draw. Wee battling at it. Gets worked ahead forward. A little bit of physical activity ramping up here in this one. Weeb, he'll work his way around as he got a little bit tangled up, and quick shot on Enz. Enz can't get the rebound. He's down. The Canucks bat it over, and throwing it out of there was a nice play. Couldn't say exactly which Twister, and the Twisters knocked that out. of the zone. 1:45 on the clock as that gets played in. 100 seconds and counting. As Hepner plays that along, can't get it exactly out like he was trying to, and here come the Twisters. Guilford, his shot right into the shins of Aiden Bruce comes right back to him, and he'll play that in. And Twisters clearing that all the way. Correction, Canucks will clear that all the way down. Nice skate by Alex Van Dyne's out beating William, and that'll be an icing with 74 seconds on the clock. Next meeting for both these teams is Tuesday, December 19th, as the Canucks host the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Meanwhile, the Twisters, they find themselves for the last road game before the Christmas break against the St. Vital Victorias. And under 1 minute to go. Both those games are at 7:30 as that gets cleared in. Aiden Bruce with the puck on his stick, trying to play that ahead forward. And Twisters work it right back. 45 seconds on the clock as Cohen Thomas walks into the zone and will fire. Aiden Bruce blocks that one, and he's in pain as he'll skate to the bench. Roanoke working it back for William, who started off the scoring as Ross bats it down. And there's a shot that gets deflected. That hits the ceiling at 29.3 on the clock, and that'll bring a whistle. Shots 46 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 32 for the Canucks. And with that, a lot of the Canucks fans will start to make their exit and their drive back. All right, they'll trade up the man in the circle. Looks like Osterman will skate in. Quick shot's at 12, and they'll win it. Quick shot off the draw out of play. .25 on the draw as Enns comes set in his crease. Face off to his right. Won by the Twisters. Paulette. And Mark Paulette will get it out of the zone, and Smith will pick it up. He'll turn that over to Paulette, and Paulette just plays that right back in. 12 and counting on the clock, and the Twisters get their first win against the Canucks as they hook Whiteley, and that's going to be the end of it. So the Twisters have now beat every team in the MMJHL this year, finally solving the Canucks. They get it done here in Morris by a score of 6-3. Your final shots, 46 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 32 for the Canucks. And the Twisters definitely letting the Canucks fans know this, as there's no love lost in this rivalry. Twisters' next home game is against the Charleswood Hawks, who are right ahead of them in the standings, and it'll be a good battle. But first, they gotta look forward at that game against St. Vital on the road. Now on to our 3 stars of tonight's hockey game. Starting it off from the Pembina Valley Twisters, man who was all over the ice, who was able to get the goal to tie them right back up on the power play at 3 with 1 goal and 1 assist from the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 3, Mike Hepner. Your second star in tonight's hockey game. From the Pembina Valley Twisters, a couple of big block shots, he had a goal and assist. Number 10, Ryan Orchard. And your first star in tonight's hockey game. He had 2 goals. He started the scoring off for the Twisters, and he finished the scoring off for the Twisters. Number 13, with 2 goals in tonight's hockey game, Riley Gertzen. That's all, folks, for tonight's hockey game. The Pembina Valley Twisters win tonight's nightcap game over the St. James Junior Canucks by a score of 6-3 and improved to 13-8-2 on the season as the Canucks get only their third loss in regulation as they drop to 23-1. Signing off, I'm your host, Bentley Brand.